Greetings, YouTube. So today I'm going to be reviewing that of a figure that came out all of last year? 2 years ago? So I don't remember at this point. So today I'm reviewing that of Transformers Generation Studio Series Voyager class Bonecrusher, if he'll fit in the whole frame. Just clear stuff off here so I actually have room for him. Yeah, there you have it. Bonecrusher. You know, that one guy that Prime murdered in that one scene in the movie. You remember that, right? Bonecrusher turns into that of a Buffalo Minesweeper. Or, for those of you who don't know a whole lot about vehicles, including myself sometimes, a truck with a giant articulated rake. And just to give you an idea of how long the figure is with the rake out. Let's maybe get a couple figures in here. Let me just get Optimus. Jeez, it's longer than Optimus. Maybe if we just... Boop. Yep, it's still longer than Optimus. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, that just gives you an idea of how long this rake is. I think it's about as long as the figure itself, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. So folding that up and bringing Bonecrusher back in. Yeah, as you can see, he's kind of lacking a lot of paint. But, to be honest, I don't really care. I mean, here's the previous review, and the last time I customized something, this was the only detail that remained. So, yeah, I ain't chroming out too much. Note to self, I probably won't use a Sharpie, I'll probably use paint. Yeah, I know, I ain't a professional, what do you know? But, yeah, so, this guy has some pretty good detail, I'll say that. He's very tan. He's very tan. I will say that. He's quite tan. He's lacking a lot of paint, but what did you expect? It's a $30 Voyager class figure. I mean, come on. It's not gonna have a lot of paint. Anyways. Yeah, the vehicle mode it's very big, it weighs a lot. It's got some pretty good detail, aside from the obvious rake. Obvious rake, yes. This is how we're raking things now. Yep, we can do that now. Or, go ahead and flip cars. Let me just... There we go. Not how Jazz actually died in the first movie, but... Anyways. But, yeah, spin that back around. But, yeah. The front grille, obviously, well, that's a detail in just about anything, really. I mean, look at Earthrise Optimus. I will review this soon. That might even be the next review. Or Power of the Prime's Battle Trap, like I said in my last video. Last review, actually. My last video didn't really speak that much. But, yeah, we also have 8 wheels, 6 of which actually roll. Speaking of rolling, he rolls fairly well. If we get this massive spikes thing out of the way. Yeah, he rolls pretty well. And the underside cable isn't even all that bad. Like, it's just the legs, and, oh yeah, Bonecrusher's hands are right there. For when you need to grab something. Yeah, anyways. Unfortunately, Bonecrusher doesn't come with any accessories. I mean, he comes with his backdrop. Picking that... If I can get it to stand. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we have the backdrop that he comes with. And you could put him here in vehicle mode, but why would you want to do that? Like, sure, he's posable in this mode, but... What are you going to do with a truck in this? You're going to want him in robot mode. Yeah, this is the only thing he comes with. That's his only accessory. Although, to be fair, we didn't really see him with any weapons in the movie, really. Like, this was his only weapon, and, well, you can slide it off, if that's what you want to do. You know, if you just want to have an armless truck, you know, but why would you do that? The arm is what makes it look cool. Yeah, actually there's a posability in this mode. We have one, two, three hinges, as well as a side-to-side hinge, you know, for those times when you just need to whack something off to the side. Just whack it. Just whack it. Just whack something. Just freaking whack jazz for all I care. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so, for some size comparisons, actually considering we have them out now, here he is with Jazz, and you can clearly see that this is not the scale they had intended. I have heard that for the Studio Series line, they're going to be doing a bunch of figures to commemorate the 35th anniversary of the 86 movie. There was a listing for Jazz in there. I don't know how true that is, although it could happen. It could happen. We could finally get the Jazz that we've been needing in the War for Cybertron trilogy. Because, like, what, he and a couple of the mini-bots are the only ones we don't have. What are some other figures? Another truck that happens to have an articulated arm, Earthrise grappled, and they're roughly the same lengths. And, of course, posable arms. So, you know, you got that. If we just open up Prime's trailer here. Earthrise cliff jumper. Goop. Like that sort of works, I guess. I don't know what the scale ratio would be in real life, but considering we're more focused on robot mode as opposed to vehicle mode, I think it's fine. Earthrise Optimus, who we're gonna need to back up a little bit, just to. Yes, his vehicle mode is that long, but if you remember from earlier, the arm flipped out. Bonecrusher's vehicle mode is longer. There we go. Prime out of here. And I figured that I tossed over here. You might heard something hit the ground. Another movie figure. Surprising, right? Dark of the Moon Deluxe class Starscream. Yes, I have this figure. I can't find his weapons, but I honestly didn't care for them. Like, he never had knives. He had a saw blade for Primus' sake. From what I do know, they did actually upscale this and release it for the Studio Series line, both of the first movie and second movie variants. That's cool. So, when are we going to be getting his design based off the Bumblebee movie? That's what I want to know. Yeah, obviously, the scale is, it ain't accurate, I'll say that. So, yeah, there you have that. So, we're going to take a quick pause and get on to his transformation. Alright, and we're back. So, this guy has a somewhat of a complex transformation. I mean, it's a movie figure. What were you expecting? A one-step changer? Or, I don't know, a freaking rescue bot? I don't know. Anyways. So the first thing we're going to want to do, you could really start anywhere. I mean, it's your figure. You do what you want. Me personally, and what I'm pretty sure a lot of people find easiest, is to transform this arm first. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and bring it down, fold it like that, collapse it, spin that, and then boost it right up. Yeah, yeah, you got that. You just want to go ahead and split this and collapse it down. Basically, now it looks like this. That actually looks hellish. And then, oh, just gonna do that. Then spin these bits around. And there you go. There you go. You got that. Then take the whole front section of the vehicle. Bring that down like so. And yeah, so seeing these obvious hands here, you want to bring them up. You want to take the rear wheels, get both the fenders, and unclip them from the cabs and the whole body of the truck. Untab this. Then you just want to go ahead and split this in half, and yep, we're going to have that in a few minutes. So you're going to split it, and then bring that up, and there is his noggin. Okay, coming down to the legs, because the arms I let you do last. The legs, what you want to go ahead and do is split them, bring them up, just kind of rotate them, because I find it easiest, and then bring out the additional toes and such. I actually like how they're able to get the wheels in there. It's just kind of a shame that he can't really roll with them like he did in the movie. Kind of sucks. Oh well, at least we got a posable rake in this mode. You know, in addition to the vehicle mode. Bring that back, rotate the thigh, and yeah, there you go. Doing all the exact same steps on the other side. Fold down the crock piece, which isn't really covering anything. Like, yeah, it ain't covering anything. Bring these pieces out. I don't really know what their purpose is. Then you just want to orient the whole torso, kind of bend the legs slightly so we get those knee spikes jutting out. There we go. Stay. Yeah, he's going to be doing that a lot in the video, I would imagine. Ha! Finally, in a piece. Next, you want to untab this whole section, fold in the roof piece. That'll become his armpit. Bring down this. Bring down his arm. Rotate it. Take this and extend it. Swivel that. And just collapse that up. I usually just do that to kind of look like he's I'm all depressed, and this just looks so much more menacing. This looks a little more menacing in my opinion. And of course, all the same stuff on the other side. So doop 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 doop, and robot mode. And shoot, he's gonna do that a lot. I'll say that. Come on, come on, come on! Yes, we did it. We got him to stand. We're gonna do another thing to prop this up so we can actually see all of him. Maybe if we just nope, that's not gonna work. Is there any way to position this in proper? Yeah, we'll figure that. I'll figure that out. So we're gonna stop here so I can transform everyone else for size comparisons, because why not? So once again, having to readjust the camera because I needed to get all of him in frame, because of how big he is. I mean, there are bigger. Just keep that. Actually, they're kind of roughly the same height. I don't know. We'll get into size comparisons in a bit. Yeah. So yeah, there you have Bonecrusher. Bonecrusher. Come on, dude. Stand. There we go. Okay. So Bonecrusher was kind of always one of my favorite movie designs. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because. Maybe it's because he wasn't a Dorito on legs. Like Starscream was. that and the Autobot designs were kind of blandish. I don't know. I didn't really like the Autobot designs that much. The Decepticon designs were interesting. Oh, that's why I can't stand his legs are all messed up. Alright, there we go. Yeah, and even though we only saw him even though we only like one dedicated scene, speaking of which, here's once again his included backdrop, which if we put it in there, kind of spread that out a little more so we get to see the awesomeness that is this. Come on. Hey, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, he's there. He's just standing there. Yeah, so you got that going on. I don't really care for the backdrops that much. They're just an included thing, and hey, they look cool. The one that I have is currently busted. I might make one of my own out of Lego. Have to sacrifice a couple Lego sets, but I'm sure in the end it might be worth it. Also gotta make sure to make lots of explosions. Yeah, So getting in close here. Yeah, it's basically just lots of mechanical parts exploding out of, well, a truck. And yeah, let's talk about this problem. Yeah, he can't stand very well. Like, like his feet are kind of odd, so he can't really stand all that well. I mean, I didn't really see him standing in the movie that much, so because half of the time he's just skating around, just destroying crap. Like, you don't need to stand unless he has kickstands, and hey, that's cool. Yeah, actually, that does look a little more menacing than this, because he's getting ready to strike you with something. He's got very long arms. Yeah. Supposability on this guy, he has a weird head twist, which isn't as good as I mean, heck, even his fellow Decepticon Starscream, even he has a head, even he has a neck joint that works a little better, or like Optimus Prime. Actually, they have a little more natural designs, if you want to call a Dorito with chicken legs natural. Yeah. However, he can look side to side, so that's cool. That's cool. I mean, even though basically anyone else with a ball joint, or even though anyone else with a neck joint, can also look side to side. Yeah. So, take that. We have a rotation at the shoulder. The arm moves out. I had to move the arm out in order for it to rotate. The arm is part of the kibble, can kind of get caught on stuff. With a bend at the elbow, bicep swivel. If things kind of get misaligned, then you can't really move them. If you move this out of the way, you have a up and down at the wrist, and it can open. For grabbing you. Just. I have no clue what that was. Oh yeah, he's also got a little bit of forward movement, mostly due to his transformation, but that's cool. Because you need to whack someone like that. That can always come in handy. Nothing at the waist really, but what waist? I mean, you could easily put a joint there, but kind of due to how he transforms, that would have been impossible. Unless you fill this cavity out and put a swivel joint here, that would have worked. But oh well, you gotta make do with what you got. Getting the arms out of the way, straightening out the legs. Leg can go back that far, forward that far, out that far. Thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and a pivot that completely breaks the sculpt of the foot. That's cool. Will he stand? Will he stand? You gonna stand, buddy? Oh, he's gonna center his gravity more like that. Although it's probably not good for him to be hunched over. Although it's probably ended up like this in the first place. So like I said, he doesn't really have any weapons. However, he does have 5mm ports right here. So I guess if you wanted to, you could plug a gun in there, but why? Actually, fire drive doesn't really work all that well as a gun. Let's just, will this work? Will this work? That actually looks like a better gun than fire drive. And now he's got a dragon. As for a couple of features he has in this mode, you can actually kind of transform the backpack to be used as, well, a grabber arm. It doesn't really have the motorized or it doesn't really have the spring gimmick that the I think the original Deluxe class toy had. Foot game, right? But because we have posability, which includes another hinge joint, as well as a rotation. Which means, he can basically hug someone if he wanted to. Just hugs all around. Gaz isn't even flinching. He's just like, I don't know what I'm doing here, man. I'm just standing here. That's probably my worst Gaz impression yet. I'd probably do a better Soundwave, but I'll save that for when I actually review the Soundwave. Maybe even the Netflix one whenever it releases here, which will probably be never. It's a Walmart exclusive, which will probably make it harder to find. And another feature that's sort of morbid, if you just kind of gently tug on the face, you could pull it off. Come on. The eyes are, oh yeah, he actually has painted eyes. Just push that back in. He does have painted eyes. It's not really showing up that well on camera, but you can take my word for it that he has painted eyes, or if you own the figure yourself, you'd probably already know this. Anyway, so gently pulling this off. Oh, hello there. That's the face we're all going to be seeing in our nightmares tonight, because that actually looks like its own face. Jeez, man. Yes, but the face, it is removable. This isn't actually documented on the instructions. I was looking up what vehicle he turned into on TFWiki. I came across this specific figure, and well, what do you know? His face can detach. Just like in the movie. I don't know what's more horrifying, the fact that this exists, or the masterpiece version of movie Jazz being able to split in half. Okay, so now that I've finally stopped laughing for all eternity, let's move on to the size comparisons. So, for starters, Power of the Prime's Deluxe Class Jazz, and yeah, as you can see, they are kind of the same height. Obviously, Bonecrusher is a little bit wider than Jazz. Also keep in mind that these characters do not exist in the same universe. I'm pretty sure Jazz would actually be smaller, and also, these. Where is it? Oh man, I just thought you could be able to pop them in half or something. And I'll. Oh, there we go. Found it. Come on. There we go. You can rip Power of the Prime's Gas in half. Okay, let's not get into that again. Earthrise Cliffjumper, who is a very small boy. I will say that he's very small. He's very small. Very small. Here we have Earthrise Grapple, who, again, is taller. I mean, not counting the pointy rakes, but Grapple's obviously taller. These two are also not from the same universe. Here he is with Optimus Prime, who is even taller, but you bring the rakes in, and they're somewhat the same height. I don't know. Bonecrusher's probably taller. I mean, you take these out of the equation. There you go. And also, if you wanted to, considering I have Alpha Trion sorted out because I don't have a large enough movie Optimus that I'm brave enough to transform, we can go ahead and do this nonsense. Let's see here. There we go. Just kind of thrust it over under Bonecrusher's neck. Okay, we're not gonna go down that wormhole again. I mean, you saw how long it took me to actually stop laughing. And here he is with Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream. I might try to get the first movie Studio Series version. Maybe I also might try to get the Bumblebee movie Voyager Optimus, because that also looks good. Hopefully he won't be a ridiculous price. God dang scalpers will tell you that much. So, yeah. That is Studio Series Bonecrusher. He's not a bad figure, I will say that. If you hate the movies, then you probably wouldn't like this. If you don't, I mean, me personally, even though I'm not that big a fan of the movies, it's still a good figure. I definitely recommend picking it up. Wherever you can find it. So, farewell. I will see you guys in the next video, which I'll try to make another review. I have been gaming way too much. I'll tell you that much. So, feel free to check out my other videos, and I will see you guys next time.